Now over to The Hague, the International Criminal Court's chief prosecutor, whose team was responsible for issuing arrest warrants against Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, has been suspended. On Monday, a group within the ICC's governing body voted to suspend Prosecutor Karim Khan, disregarding a judicial panel that found no evidence of misconduct against him. This, combined with a backdrop of political attacks, has triggered accusations of undue interference. The allegations, which are of sexual misconduct, coincided with a US-led campaign to disrupt Khan's war crimes investigation into Israeli officials over the genocide in Gaza. Khan strenuously denies the allegations against him. He has been on indefinite leave for almost a year, pending the outcome of the investigation. Now, the Bureau of the Assembly of States Parties, or ASP, has voted to overrule that investigation, but the disciplinary procedure is not over yet. Here to explain is MEE's reporter Imran Mullah. Imran, welcome back to MEE Live. Let's start at the beginning. What are the allegations and when did they first emerge?
Well, let's just say that what we've got here is an extraordinary and unprecedented situation. I mean, it's never happened before. The ICC chief prosecutor has been suspended by the executive body of the court after having been cleared by a judge's panel of these misconduct allegations. So I'm sure we'll talk about that in more detail, but to explain where the allegations came from, when they began, they emerged in April 2024, about a month after Karim Khan had decided to pursue arrest warrants against Israeli officials. Now, this is important because the timeline has been used by the Israeli government to suggest that Karim Khan only went for these arrest warrants, including for Benjamin Netanyahu, because of the allegations against him. But that's not true. So he had already decided to go for the warrants. Then an internal ICC investigation into the allegations was opened and closed within the space of about a week in early May. It was after that Karim Khan then applied for the arrest warrants in late May. Now, there was another investigation later on, another internal investigation. This was after the arrest warrants were actually issued by the court. And in late 2024, an external UN investigation into the allegations was opened. That's been going on, well, it went on for over a year. During that time, Karim Khan has been on leave since May 2025 when he went on leave following a failed attempt to have him suspended. And the report was concluded earlier this year. The judges examined it, and I'm sure we'll discuss that.
We will discuss that, but I just want to dive back into that timeline, right? Because as you point out, it begins with the team of Karim Khan pursuing and issuing arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his defense minister at the time, Yoav Gallant. And in the wake of that, this is not the only complication, difficulty that Khan and the court has faced, is it?
No, so there was basically a campaign of intimidation and pressure and indeed threats targeted at Khan during this process of applying for the warrants and then after, when the warrants were about to be issued. So we've reported on Khan being warned that there was a Mossad team, Israeli intelligence, active in The Hague. Karim Khan has confirmed this to us, that he was told this in an interview that we did just last month. Last year, we reported that US Senator Lindsey Graham actually threatened Khan with sanctions if he went ahead with the warrants. And of course, we know that is what actually happened. After Trump became president, Karim Khan was sanctioned. Later, his deputy prosecutors were sanctioned. Other judges in the ICC were sanctioned over this Israel investigation and the Afghanistan investigation. Now, Khan also faced pressure from a British official, Lord Cameron, David Cameron, who was then the UK Foreign Secretary. So in April 2024, we've reported that David Cameron phoned Khan and warned him that the UK would actually defund the ICC and withdraw from the court's jurisdiction if it went ahead with the warrants.
That is extraordinary, actually, that claim from, or that alleged phone call that David Cameron made. He hasn't commented on this, has he?
No, he hasn't.
Now, the sexual misconduct allegations are very serious and due process should absolutely be followed. Something curious about this is that normally when an ICC staff member is investigated, they are afforded anonymity during the investigation. why does everyone know this about Karim Khan? Why was that anonymity not afforded to him?
Well, you're quite right about the importance of due process. And what's happened here is very strange because in late 2024, the president of the ICC's governing body actually revealed that Karim Khan was the subject of this investigation. Now, this hasn't happened before. Other officials in the ICC have been investigated before and they've had their anonymity preserved. So Khan, when he spoke to us last month, suggested that he had been treated differently. He said this was a Khan-made process and he questioned what was going on here. And many experts have pointed to the irregularities in this process against Khan, which of course have continued after the investigation was concluded.
Now, one of the irregularities is that the investigation was pursued externally. But the reason for this is that the complainant didn't want to cooperate with the internal investigation. There could be a number of reasons for that. And so the ICC commissioned the UN to outsource that investigation. What was the result of that investigation? What was this judicial panel? What conclusion did they come to?
So it made perfect sense that it was outsourced to the UN body, the OIOS, which investigated Khan. They did their investigation, a very long investigation, and a panel of judges was appointed to review all the material related to that investigation. They concluded that there wasn't sufficient evidence of misconduct. They actually cleared Khan of misconduct, and after that, this is the very strange thing. The judges' findings were actually discarded by member states on the ICC governing body's executive committee, which decided to make their own conclusion.
Why? On what grounds can they do that? Have they given the grounds on which they did do that?
Well, it's completely unprecedented. It's unorthodox. Many legal experts have claimed that there's no proper basis for it at all. Certainly Karim Khan has said that. And I think it's attracting a lot of criticism. So, for example, last week, the Norwegian deputy foreign minister talking to Middle East Eye actually warned that there was a perception that the process was not impartial because of what was going on. So lots of people are saying this.
And at a time when international law and the international courts are seriously under jeopardy, a perception like that could be really, really harmful. Now, the decision over Karim Khan's suspension is not yet final. What is still to come?
Well, there's something very significant still to come. So essentially, member states on the governing body's executive committee have voted to suspend Khan, and they found serious misconduct of their own accord. They've done that. Now it goes to all the member states on the ICC. So that's over 120 member states. Now they are all going to have to vote. And firstly, they will vote on whether to uphold this finding of serious wrongdoing. And 2/3 of them have to vote yes in order for that to pass. If they do, then they will vote on whether to remove Khan as prosecutor, and an absolute majority have to vote on that. So this involves a lot of countries, many of them very important countries.
And if that happens, if Karim Khan is suspended or permanently dismissed, would that be the outcome? What action can he take? What action has he indicated he will take?
Well, there's a labour organisation that he would appeal to. I mean, he certainly indicated that he wouldn't accept the result. But I think the immediate outcome of this, and I think this is already happening now, is that people are losing faith in the court's ability to actually function. There's also a perception that Khan is being targeted because he went after Israeli officials. And certainly the Israeli government has been attacking Khan personally, especially in the past few months.
Imran Mullah, thank you once again for joining me in the studio.